You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Adle versus Jones.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Mr. Adle, you are here today to prove Ms. Jones committed paternity fraud. You claim Ms. Jones duped you into signing her daughter's birth certificate only to find out after her child was born that she cheated prior to getting pregnant. You say she broke the terms of your relationship. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Jones, you admit to cheating, but say you are 100% positive Mr. Adle is the biological father of your 2-month-old daughter, Jessela.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Adle, what do you mean she broke the terms of the relationship?
Your Honor, we have certain rules. We're swingers, and
Okay.
and she went outside of the relationship. She cheated on me, and now she's trying to pin the baby on me.
So wait, you have swinger rules.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the rules? What are the terms?
The rules are you don't go outside of the relationship and have sexual relations with anyone outside of the relationship unless the other one is present.
Okay.
So,
Is there an agreement that you always use protection?
Yes, ma'am. Every single time you use protection, you got to protect yourself. You don't know what's out there,
Right.
She went against.
that's a lie. I used a condom.
You broke the rules because you had sex with someone outside of the relationship, but you say you did use protection.
Yes.
So just one rule broken.
Yes. He cheated too, though. I did it out of spite.
You did it out of spite. You
Yeah.
feel like he cheated.
Your Honor, she swears to God I cheated, and I don't cheat.
Oh, there was a picture in my bed with someone else.
A picture of Mr. Adle in the bed with somebody else, your bed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's why you cheated, because you saw that picture, so then you went out and did it.
Absolutely.
Now we know 2 wrongs never make a right. It just makes drama. Right?
Yes.
So, Mr. Adle, how did you two meet?
We met. It was a little get together, between a friend of mine and a family member of hers. We ended up hooking up that night after some drinks.
And so at that point, did she know you were a swinger, or who was the swinger?
No,
how did this start?
I was the swinger. I had previous experience. I had relations with a few couples previous to our relationship after we made it official. I had talked her into it. Took a lot of convincing.
At first, I thought he was crazy. Why would you want to sleep with somebody else other than your loved one?
Because
That's
it's
what
exciting.
I'm thinking.
It's exciting.
But I gave it a chance because I loved him.
So the first time you all have this threesome, what happens? I mean, I know what happens, I guess, but I really don't. But I don't know if I want to know. Who finds the people? How does that start?
Well, the way we did it was we put an ad out online.
An ad online?
Yes.
What would an ad like this say?
Couples.
Go ahead, you know what it says. You know you wrote it.
It would say.
He's trying to act like now he don't know quite how to phrase it. You know what they say. What does it say?
The title would say couple looking to spice things up. Or couple looking for a woman, or a couple looking for a man.
Okay, so were you all looking for a man or a woman?
At that point, we were looking for a man.
Oh, a man.
Yes.
Oh, so, okay.
Because she wouldn't let me have sex with a woman. So I had to compromise, and it's not a big deal to me. It's all the same. Sex is sex, and it's all exciting. So I mean, it was.
I'm not quite there yet on that testimony, but I'm gonna keep listing. So, Ms. Jones, you agreed to have another man come into your bedroom.
Honestly, I was hoping that he would stop it before it got that far, that he wouldn't really want another man to have intercourse with me.
Yeah, and that's kind of my point too. I want to understand this. If you love somebody, How do you bring yourself to want to see somebody else have sex with them? Sorry, I've taken this way too far. But I truly want to know, what is it?
My thought process was to introduce something that she may be interested in. Something, she didn't want me to have sex with another woman because of jealousy issues or whatever the case may be. So I said, all right, well, maybe she wants a man. So I'm thinking she's into it. It wasn't until 2 days later where she told me she didn't like it.
All right, so tell me what happened. The man answers the ad, and do you vet them at all? I mean, you just say they answered the ad and now you can come over? How does that work?
By talking to someone through text message or email, I can tell whether they're intelligent or they're bird brain. So
so for something like this, do you want someone intelligent or bird brain? I don't know which one works better.
I would like someone to be intelligent, yeah.
Oh, you want them to be smart?
Yes.
Just someone interested in having a good time as well.
Exactly.
So what happens the night that this happens? If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
The night that happened, we invited the gentleman over. We had some drinks to loosen up, more for her case because she had no.
So how does this work? They just ring the doorbell and they're like, "Hi, I'm the swinger."
We had some drinks. She had told me that she was comfortable. After that, we had given her a body massage, Then we took it from there. He went on her.
I asked, I guess. I didn't know I was gonna get this, but
I rubbed her feet to soothe her a little bit, and then after that we went from there. She went on me, we were listening to some old school R&B.
Okay, I feel like the testimony now is very specific. A little. I mean, this is turning into 50 Shades of Paternity.
I'm already working on the screenplay in my head.
So the bottom line is it happened. I don't need the details in that way. It happened. And Miss Jones, did you have intercourse with both men that night?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
All right. So is this the night that was the basis of the paternity question?
No.
No.
No, I was not present when she had sex with this man. I was present when she had sex with the guy that we invited over.
I wasn't there when that other girl was
And
at
how
the
did
house.
you even find out she invited someone over?
She had told me. She came out and confessed to me that she cheated and the baby might not be mine. That hurts my feelings.
So, Miss Jones, what happened with this other man? Why decide to have sex with this other man without Mr. Adle? Why break the rules of engagement? Why?
I felt neglected. He wasn't home. He would leave many hours of the night, sometimes even days. And when I would ask him where he would tell me it's none of my business. So I turned around and went out with one of his friends, had a couple drinks, and one thing led to the next. We used the condom, I remember. And when I told him that there may not be a possibility, I was trying to get under his skin.
But you didn't mean it.
No.
So at what point did he even find out she cheated? What point did you find this out, Mr. Adle? How did you find it out?
I found out when we had an argument. She had confessed to me that she cheated. I was gone for a night. She had confessed to me the next day, and this happened just about last month. So it was all the way through the pregnancy, and now she finally tells me.
But this was like a month ago?
Yeah, this was a month ago that all this occurred, that she had told me that she had cheated.
So Jocelyn was already 1 month old then?
Exactly.
So you went through this entire process without any clue that she had had sex with somebody else. You thought you had a beautiful baby, you formed a bond with the baby. Everything was great until just 1 month ago you realized that this baby, 2 months old, may not be your biological child.
Yes, ma'am.
And how has that affected you all at this point?
We get along, but I distance myself. I don't want to build any more of a relationship if I'm not the father. You know, the real father needs to be in building a relationship.
You are
with
the
that
real
child.
So,
father.
Ms. Jones, what month did you have sex with the other guy?
In the middle of August.
I want to understand this. So if we look at this calendar, August is the sex month. You say that you had sex with the other man in the middle of August.
Yes.
You said you had sex with Mr. Adle when?
Throughout the whole month. Throughout the whole end
so that's
of the
why
month.
it's a sex
the
month.
end of the month. After that, one night with his friend, we had sex every night, unprotected, all the way into September when he told me that he thought I was pregnant.
Oh, but if you look at when Jessela was born and her birth date is May 12th,
Yes.
you count back, the month of conception would be in August.
Yes.
That's when she was conceived.
Yes.
So that's right around the time you had sex with the other guy and with Mr. Adle.
I used a condom with the other guy. I am 100% sure Josh is the father of
Your Honor,
Jessela.
I learned in high school that brown eyes are the dominant gene. You know, the man that she cheated on me with has blue eyes. She has blue eyes, and the baby has blue eyes.
That don't mean nothing.
Of course,
You guys sleep the same.
we sleep the same.
Yes, and your guys' head
I could
shapes
name
are
10
the
different
same.
people who sleep the same as me.
Not
On
the-
your back with your eyes closed.
I'm
your
just
eyes
happy you
half
all
open
actually
and your
sleep.
mouth half open.
What I heard,
Look at that baby. Tell me she don't look like him. My whole family don't
precious.
even think I was involved in making her.
you can say all day, oh, it looks like he spit her out. Oh, we had a case where the person looked just like the dad, not the father. We can't go on that. We can't go on just physical resemblance alone.
Exactly.
And the stakes are high because this little beautiful, innocent little baby, she deserves to grow up knowing who her father is, and more importantly, being able to have the love, the attachment, the commitment, the consistency of having a father in her life, not someone that keeps pushing her away because he doesn't know for sure. What are your hopes for today, Mr. Adle?
If she is, I'm gonna be the man I need to be. And I'm gonna be there for her, and we're gonna start a life.
When you say start a life, do you two want to have a relationship together?
I loved her since the day I met her, you know, and I'd like to move on with her. I'd like to still be in a relationship with her, you know. And if anything, I had brought this on with the lifestyle that I brought her into, you know, and I can't blame her 100%, but I need to know if that's my baby or not.
I'm glad you can admit that. I think it's time for the results. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Adle versus Jones, when it comes to 2-month-old Jessela Adle, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Adle, you are the father.
I told you.
Feels great.
Makes you emotional.
Yes, it does. Very emotional.
And why is that?
Because I built a relationship with a child, and I'd like to continue.
That's great.
Thank you.
Let me say this to you. Karma is very interesting. And I find it to be so on point that you would have a baby girl.
A lot of my friends have baby girls, and we always tell each other, you know, this is God paying us back for
Yes.
what we've
Yes,
done.
it is. And it is also not just paying you back, but giving you an opportunity to move forward in your life. The only swinging you need to be doing is at the park with your baby. No, really. I mean, because all that putting the ad in, Jerome, and interviewing them and coming over for a cocktail hour, you ain't got that much time now. You a daddy. That's just too much. So it's time to grow up so you can raise her to be the kind of young woman, and I don't mean this with any disrespect to you, Ms. Jones, because I honestly feel like you just pretty much got coaxed into trying something you just really wouldn't have tried otherwise. You weren't the first young woman, and you definitely won't be the last. But what you want to do together is to try to raise a young woman who, when she's approached with something like this, she can say, thanks, but no thanks. I'm enough on my own because I am enough. You got that?
Yes,
We have
ma'am.
counseling and resources for you both. Take care of that beautiful little girl. I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.